Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Leno56 and welcome back to some more Stationeers on the Moon. So before we begin, I just want to say that my voice is starting to be a little not great. I think I'm getting kind of sick, but hopefully I get better so I can keep on streaming, especially for Halloween coming up here pretty quick. But what I would like to do this episode is let's grab our suit here really quick. Let's see here. Let's see, I don't need that open right now. We'll open this. And then I need to actually update my to-do list. Let's see. So finish my new expand trader platform, which we technically did that. We got what we needed. I do want to keep expanding upon this, but for tasks right now, let's do because we're having some power issues, but the power issues is mainly, I believe, because we're not. It's not because we're generating enough power. It's because we're not storing enough power. So build more batteries, which I'm gonna do anyways, and then I want to keep expanding upon the hydroponics area. Which we'll do. Expand hydroponics trays. There we go. So as far as the hydroponics trays goes, we are growing soybeans and we do have some potatoes, so that's good. I do want to kind of expand and build a lot more hydroponics trays in here. So this section I could do was like potatoes, or else I could do this section potatoes, this one soybeans. I can try to figure out how I want to do it, but I do want to start actually growing a lot more. And then I want to figure out where to put the grow light too, because I could use the hydroponics trays here, or I could get like a hydroponics station. I mean, heck, I could even like suspend the lights somehow, like over here. There's a couple of different ways I can try to do it. And then I do want to start working on expanding our base too. So there's a few different things I want to do. First things first, let's... Oh yeah, nothing in here is actually working right either. Okay, so let's do... Alright, so let's do this. Oops, wrong one. And then we're going to move you right there, and then there's going to be a vent that goes right here. There we go. Yeah, so a vent's going to go here. We're going to have another vent right here, so I need 2 passive vents. God, I have so much iron. Alright, so there's all the iron, and we actually need gold too now. So let's do vent. I need 2 passive vents, so let's do bump this all the way down to 6. Place. Alright, so we're making 2 active vents or 2 passive vents. I do have an active vent right there too. Alright, sweet. So we will head out. We're going to place 1 vent along this wall like that. And this one's going to go like this. Okay, so let's place this back here. Alright, and then let's see. Because I could just keep all this on. I would rather automate this though. But because of how I have this vent programmed right here, we're never going to have more than 5 MPa of pressure, or however much I want in this pipe. There's liquid in the pipe. So yeah, for right now, let's cover this just in case. But I need to go out here and actually place pipe within this wall so I can connect this active vent to this passive vent, and then the same thing on this side. So that's what we're going to end up doing right now. Okay, so let's head outside. And I have a crap ton of heavy cable on me, which is not a bad thing. I do need a little bit of insulated pipe, so that'll work. Let's drink some water here really quick. Alright, let's head outside. Yeah, I think the main thing is I just need more batteries. Alright. Get rid of you. Gosh dang it. I meant to do this. There we go. Actually, I can keep the wrench. So this is going to come like this. There we are. And then I do need... Yeah, no. It's on the other side. So we should be fine. I don't think there's anything else I need to put in here. So, awesome. Except I do need to do the same thing on the other side now. There we go. And then we'll put that there. We'll grab our pipe. Oh, crap. I put the pipe. Oh, well, that's okay. I can fix it once I get back inside. Alright. Sweet. Before I do anything, we are going to actually put in our balloon pipe in here. There we go. We're going to do something like that. There we are. Now I shouldn't need anything else within that frame there. So we'll put you there. We'll grab you. Grab our arc welder. Sweet. There we go. Alright, perfect. So that should be all hooked up. One thing I do want to try to do this episode is, well, obviously one of the main things is obviously hook up all of our large batteries. Speaking of hooking up, I didn't actually hook these guys up last episode. So they're just not doing anything for us. Now they are. Alright, so we should start to increase our power quite a bit here. I do want to Because I'm going to place another row of batteries right here. The main thing I want to start doing is replacing all these stationary batteries with large batteries. Because then that'll increase our power supply quite a bit for us. Which I think will be good. Alright, so let's go hook this up properly now. Oh, wrong one. I need the wrench. There we go. Yeah, so now this is a proper airlock. We're gonna place you back here. And you're not gonna actually do anything right now. I do need to grab some logic chips so I can actually successfully program this the same way that I programmed this guy. Except I do need to do something with this because I plan on placing the transformer right there. Oh, that's the other thing I needed. I needed to actually place cable in here, didn't I? I like how I can't hear it here, but I can hear it in here. That's funny. Yeah, so I actually need to place the cable in here. That's the one thing I should have done while I was outside. Oh well. So let's dismantle this wall here. I'm trying to figure out where I want to place this console. I guess I can technically place the console anywhere, can't I? Wow, really? Did I seriously just do that? Gosh dang it. Yeah, so technically I can just place the console like... I plan on placing some air conditioners in here though. So maybe it would be better to place the console right here. So if I take a screwdriver to this... Oh, that's cool. I had no idea you could actually do that. That does actually clear it. That's useful. Hey, good morning. Sweet, okay. So let's go and grab our data disk, which is right here. Okay, so I need all of the... Oops. I forget that there's a search function. Filtration. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is so much easier. Sweet. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so that's done. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to dismantle this, place you right there. And that's not set up at all now. So okay, let's do... So yeah, that's going to go there. I'm going to get rid of this guy. And that way everything is just localized to this wall. Turn that on. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back in this wall to actually do this, but that's fine. I'm going to... Alright, let's do this first. We'll do that so then I can actually go outside and do what I need to do with that frame there. No, we're gonna do it how I was gonna do it. Technically I could have done it from the inside, but we're gonna go outside and do it. Alright, so I need you. I need the angle grinder. And then I need the wrench. Perfect. There we go. Oops. I need these. There we are. Sweet. Okay, that's done. So then we should have everything hooked up to power now. So essentially what I should be able to do is dismantle this one then. And everything is still running. That's fantastic. Okay, so now what I want to try to do is successfully program this active vent here. And then I need to program the rest of everything here too. Alright, so light start we're going to keep, cooling we're going to keep, the waste vent I am actually going to get rid of. Yeah, it's just a simple compare unit, but alright, so then this is going to go up to... There we are. And then we have... There we are. Okay, perfect. So room sensor D0 and the gas sensor D1. So this is going to be the occupancy sensor. And then this is going to be the gas sensor. Perfect. Heck yeah, okay, that's working. So that's all set up, so I can place you back. Sweet. Okay, so now what I want to do is I need to figure out where to place all of the logic that I have. Which technically I can place it anywhere, really. I mean, heck, I can place it right here. Maybe that's what I'll do. So let's close the laptop to conserve our laptop power. Let's see, I have logic on me. I need some memory. Okay, there we go. I still haven't figured out how to do this in MIPS yet. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it like this. Then we'll do waste. Let's grab all of our cable. There we are. Alright, so we're going to set this to... we're just going to do it this way. 5 MPa. And then this is going to read... apparently everything. Logic memory, setting. Logic reader. Waste vent, and then this is going to be pressure internal. There we go. And then I can actually just turn this off since it's already set. Then I should just be able to turn this on indefinitely. Sweet. Alright, so now if I turn everything on, we should have constant airflow. Sweet. Okay, perfect. Granted, there's no point in turning this on right now. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to work on our CO2 and our nitrogen. And then what I mean by that is get rid of the mixer and place some volume pumps in there. Because the mixer, it's not really working like it should be, technically. So we're going to do that. Let's do... there we go. Do something like this. We're going to grab the volume pumps. One there. And one right there. So then I'm going to have to write some logic. So essentially, I want to keep like 5% CO2 and nitrogen in our oxygen pipe here. So basically, once it gets to 5%, this will turn off. Once it goes less than 5%, each of these will turn on, but they're going to be separate essentially. So I'm going to have to wire all this up and then program that. I don't know if I'm going to do that this episode. I might pre-program it and then in the next episode actually upload it. Because that's going to take a while for me to try to figure out. Okay, so then what I need to do next is I need to... ooh, look at our plants. I need to work on the inside of this. It's thriving. It's thriving. I love the fact that everything's thriving. That's fantastic. And then actually what I can do in here is I can kind of turn this into like my cooking area. Or I can actually use the hallway. I'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see here. I could have all my suits. Well, if I'm going to have our hydroponic stuff right here, maybe what I'll do... I'm not sure how I want to do that, actually. One thing I do know I need to do is I need to get all the water out of here. Let's see. There is one thing I could do for our nitrogen, because I was kind of going back and forth on what to do with our nitrogen pipe here, because there's a way that you can super cool it. I think what I might do, just to keep it a little simpler, is just use AC units. Which, I mean, all it costs is power, and I need more power, so... let's see, how much... what do I need for batteries here? Alright, so gold, copper, steel, electrum, silicon, and stellite. Alright, so I need more electrum. I need a lot more gold. Stellite, steel. Alright, so we're gonna have to go get electrum and gold. I need silver. So one thing I want to work towards, I believe, is trying to find a silver area, so that I can just get infinite silver. Which means I might have to start focusing on building a rocket so I can actually scan all the areas on the moon so I can try to just easily find silver. Alright, but I do need gold, and we have a stupid amount of gold in here. You know what, let's just grab 2 for right now. And then I do have silver actually at our base. I did grab some earlier. So then we'll head back in. Water's getting low again, that's fine. Alright. And just 1,000 gold, no big deal. So then we'll throw 1 stack of gold. Oh crap, what did I just do? I just threw the gold somewhere, and now I don't know where it's at. Oh, it's right there. You're gonna make me do this, aren't you? Gosh dang it. Alright, so that's gonna make 1 battery. I do need more electrum, so let's open up our belt. Not our belt, our backpack. There we go. There's all the silver. And then if I remember correctly, I need 2.4 MPa of pressure in here. There we are. And electrum. Sweet. Yeah, the other thing that I was gonna do is use this as coolant. Grant, I guess what I could possibly do, because I was going to place our AC units here. This actually is a better spot for it, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna place our AC units here so I can actually use that to super cool our nitrogen. And then our nitrogen I can actually pull into here. I don't necessarily need this coolant tank, because I can just use our nitrogen line. Because essentially I'm just gonna filter out all the nitrogen from here back into our waste, which will get recycled. Alright, I kind of figure out how I want to do this. Sweet. Let's see how many batteries. Alright, that's gonna take him. Oh, we have a solar storm. So all of our batteries should be freaking supercharged at this point. So let's do this. Let's see here. We have 1 MPa of pressure. Here, let's drop some more oxide and nitrous and all this stuff. I can actually get rid of all of it, technically. 492, 492. So everything is pretty pressurized here. I could increase this even further. This is actually working pretty good, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright, so we have one battery. Perfect. Yeah, so I think that's how I'm going to do these. I do need more CO2, which means I could just randomly burn coal. I'm not sure. I'm going to go outside, but I'm going to wait for the solar storm to pass. Because that's a little bright. Good God. I would like to go see how our plants are doing, but this is going to be really bright in there, so I don't really want to go out there quite yet. One thing I'm going to do while we're thinking about it. We'll just do that right now. I need to actually hook this cable up. Actually, what I mainly need to do is just redo the inside here. So, okay. I'm going to move all of this. I'm going to get a couple of tables here since this is our hydroponics room. And then one thing I am going to do is color code everything. So, hydroponics, and then we'll do gray for manufacturing. Oh, I'm not going to have enough. I don't have enough. That's okay.
Hunger caution.
Yep, I will eat. Just give me a minute. Alright, so I need some more... I need more paint. So I need gray and green. Ooh. I had stellite. Gosh dang it. It was all in here. That's hilarious. I forgot I had all this. Steel.
Hydration critical.
Throw another thing of steel in there. I forgot I had all of that. Dang, okay. Well, in that case, I do need some iron. So we will do... Green, 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 gray. There we go. Sweet, so manufacturing, and then, and I'll just do this whole thing too. So hydroponics. It's kind of bright on the eyes. Let's grab another one. Or atmospherics, which I'm going to do as purple. There we go. Perfect. So everything is slowly being color coded. That actually looks a lot better. Alright, I'm just waiting for the solar storm to pass. Let's see here. Yeah, this is going to be our last thing of steel, unless I make more steel really quick, which I absolutely can. Alright, so we're going to throw 300 iron in here. That should make 400 steel for us. Granted, that temperature is going to be a little bit low. I was hoping to make this steel before these batteries finished. That's okay. And 400 steel. Okay, let's take care of our water here really quick. And then I'm really hoping we'll have soybeans here growing moderately well. I wonder if there was too much light. Max ideal, so temperature's fine. Light intensity. Actually, everything's good. Light efficiency. Max ideal, current temperature. Yeah, why are you guys not thriving? Oh, it's there's too much pressure in here, that's why. Alright, this is hooked up, so I could do another set of logic chips to control this, and that way... Oh, crap. Gosh dang it. I accidentally just put, stuff other than oxygen in this pipe here. Oh no, we're good. Oh, I got lucky. Okay, well, on that note, let's do this. Because, yeah, we have too much pressure in our hydroponics room. So we are going to... Yeah, I can do that. That'll work. Let's do logic reader, logic writer, and then the memory we'll put right here. And I'm completely fine using my jetpack in here because it's all just, it's just CO2 is what it is. Probably didn't need that one right there, but oh well. Okay, so let's do... This one's going to be waste. Perfect. You're going to be inward. And then let's program this. Logic memory setting. Logic reader. Waste vent, and then internal. Heck yeah. Well, actually, I can just turn you guys off, can't I, to conserve even more power that way. There we go. Now I can just turn you on. Actually, I can't. Are you... Oh, you're not actually connected, are you? Gosh dang it. Okay, so there's a wall all the way around there, so let's head inside there and do that really quick. Gosh dang it, wrong one. Oh well, we'll do this one. Yeah, you're not connected, that's why. Heck yeah, there we go. And then I also need to bring our nitrogen pipe in here too. But I don't have enough pipe right now, so... I kind of want to place that transformer down here, have the same setup kind of universally run through my base. Which, if I'm going to do that, since I'm in here, we're going to do this. There we go. And then I just need to bring a nitrogen pipe in here, which I can go do that really quick while I'm thinking about it. Because I also need to go and grab our batteries too. So everything lasts through the night. I am going to keep our filtration room on, seeing if we can actually go through the entire night without losing power. Speaking of, before we do anything, I need iron and solder. Iron, solder, we're going to throw in here. So I can make an area power controller. This is just going to be for the airlock, like the main airlock. And then we're going to throw our nuclear battery in here. I also need a light in here too. Which actually I have lights kind of everywhere, so let's grab one of these guys and do this. Hey, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna swap that around because I don't like the way that looks. There we go. Let's do it like this, so then it opens upward. Hey, perfect. Sweet. Now, what I should be able to do is, obviously this is going to charge our nuclear battery, but what I should be able to do is, even if we lose power in the rest of our base, I'll still be able to go in and out of our airlock. Then we have an extra transformer, so that actually works quite well. Alright, so then I need some pipe. And let's grab you guys and let's head outside. Oh.
Hunger critical.
I can keep this turned on. Is everything else working? Oh, it is. Realistically, what I can probably do is increase this like to 10 MPa or something, like double it. But for right now, let's head outside and place our batteries. I can also recycle. I should have eaten something. Oh well. I should be okay. I just realized I grabbed 3 pipe is all I grabbed. That's not going to be enough. I mean, I can make it work, but gosh dang it. So we'll do one there. Let's do one there. I need steel sheets and electronic parts. And then we'll do another one right there. Okay, so I still need 2, 4. I need 6 electronic parts to actually do this. And everything is still fully charged for the most part, so that's fantastic. Let's grab you guys. We'll recycle you. Perfect. Alright. Let's see, how are our plants doing? Moderately well. Why are you only moderately well? -25 degrees, so temperature's fine. Max ideal pressure. Current pressure. So I feel like it's... We're gonna need more CO2 in here pretty quick. That's another thing. I feel like light efficiency is one too. So I actually need grow lights in here. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, which I kind of know how I think I would do it. Because what I can do, I'm gonna have to grab a couple walls too. All right, let me eat really quick. I was hoping these soybeans were gonna be done, but this is gonna be our last time we eat just a straight up potato.
Hunger
Actually,
caution.
that might be all we need. So let me do this. Because I have a couple of walls. I'm not going to actually keep these walls. So if I build one there, I could place a grow light on this side to cover these guys, a grow light on this side to cover these guys. I could do something like that. And then with the wiring, I'm going to have to figure out something else to do. Actually, this would go like this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something else to do with these pipes, because then I can just connect everything right here. So let's do this for a minute. Because there's still water in here, so we're still okay. Let's see, is that actually gonna work? Yeah, so it's the light efficiency is what's doing it. So yeah, we're gonna turn you off. Yeah, so essentially the solar storm did too much. Which is also another reason why it might be a good idea not to have all windows everywhere and just use grow lights, but I mean, it is what it is now. I guess what I can do is... I'm not to try to figure out how I want to do that. But everything's grown moderately well, so we should have soybeans here pretty quick. As far as water goes... I guess what I could do is I could do something like this. And that'll at least get water into here right now. Oh, I can create or I can harvest potatoes. Yeah, so we're still waiting for our soybeans. That's fine. I'm just hoping we get them before I have to eat again. The sun is on the rise here pretty quick though, so okay. Inward very limited. I was hoping to have airflow in all of our areas. Like if I close this off. That is connected, right? No, it's not connected. Gosh dang it. That's why it's not working. That'll be enough pipe.
Hunger critical.
And now I want my soybeans. Alright, now we have some airflow going. There we go. Sweet. Alright, so now that's working. Now we just need to hook up nitrogen in here. Growing moderately well. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. I might have to make one more baked potato. That should last us though, and we shouldn't need any more baked potatoes. I do need more CO2, so I might have to actually burn some coal to get more CO2. I can also just do this. Yeah, that's one thing why the moon is actually harder than Mars is because of the Mars has a constant atmosphere of CO2, so you can just get an unlimited supply of it, where the moon you have to try to generate it. Granted, it is fairly simple because essentially what I could do is, because this thing is full of CO2, is I could actually leach some of the CO2 from our furnace. The only downside is that's extremely hot, but no, it is what it is. But our CO2 levels are increasing. Yeah, I'm just going to keep you going the whole time. Let's see, how's our plants? Moderately well. Oh, oops, it's right here. Yeah, so these guys have illumination stress going. Yeah, so I think it's the light more than anything else. These guys are actually getting more light, so they should start to increase here pretty quick, which is good. Alright, well, while that's doing that, we're gonna go and make another baked potato. I'm hoping it's the last baked potato I ever need ever. Wait, what? Oh, gosh dang it, I'm dumb. Alright, this should be the last baked potato we ever make. Okay, so then I think what I'm going to do is, since this is just hydroponics in here, this is just going to be where I grow all my food. I can place.
Toxin detected.
Uh-oh. Well, that's just due to the pollutant in the air. There we are. There's that. Let's grab you. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of pollutant, but it is slowly being filtered out, so that's actually working quite well. All right, perfect. Moderately well, yeah. So this has too much light. This doesn't have enough light. I do like the open concept of having windows everywhere, but also that's kind of why I build the base with the frames on top too, because then I can kind of control everything a little bit easier. But it does make for a fun little challenge. Let's head outside and see how our batteries are doing since I hooked all those up. Oh no, I didn't hook them up, did I? I have enough steel sheets. I actually need electronic components or electronic parts. Yeah, I need 6 of these. Yeah. And this is actually working. Sweet. Okay. Awesome. Let's head outside. Oh yeah, they're draining these batteries quite fast, aren't they? Alright, now I need to hook it all up. Alright, and then we'll hook this guy up. There we go. Heck yeah. And then I'm going to replace all the stationary batteries with large batteries, but we are going to start being able to store a lot more power now. You know, the only thing I'm not a huge fan of is this right here, but we're still generating quite a bit of power, so I'm not too worried about it, honestly. But our base is actually looking pretty good. Alright. So let's head inside. Alright, and then let's see, how was our soybeans doing? Yeah, still just moderately well. Actually, I don't really need to worry about the potatoes now since they're fully grown. So I can actually let's automate this grow light here. I should have another sensor. I believe it's right here. There you are. Where do I want to place this? I can probably just place it right here even. Doesn't really matter. Put this. I mean, heck, I can even place it right there. We'll just do it right here for now. Okay, and then I need to actually go out there and place our nitrogen so I can do that wall. Alright, so that one's done, so I can actually weld this up. And this one, let's do this really quick. There we go. Alright, now welder, steel sheets. Nice. Alright, now I can actually dismantle that wall and not have to worry about all of my atmosphere flying out. Let's do this one too, because there's nothing else in here that I need to do. There we go. Perfect.
Hydration critical.
Alright, give me a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this really quick too. Let's see, let's grab our laptop. Alright, so daylight sensor, let's get rid of you. There we go. So let's do... Actually, that works. This is cooling. That should be all we need. Oops. There we go. Sweet. Alright, what was I doing? I completely spaced on what I was doing. Oh, I was gonna make another, yeah, I'm gonna make another housing and stuff. So then I can actually start automating this room. Ooh, oh, we have soybeans. Alright, so I need to do something else here too. I need to make all this before I do anything else. Okay, I need, it's not the chemistry station, it's the reagent processor. Because then that will allow me to make soy oil, and then I should be able to start making fries. Alright, so let's see. French fries. Microwave. Soy oil and potato. Okay. Ooh, this is exciting. Our lifelong dream of making French fries is gonna come to fruition. Oh, here it is. Yay! So we're just gonna place this right here for right now. I'm gonna actually make a proper area for all of our food. But okay, so for soybeans, let's see, soy oil. I can't remember exactly how many I need. It says I need 5 soy oil. So let's harvest 1 soybean. Alright, that's 1. Which means I probably need 5 then, so... Crap. Well, it is nighttime, so let's turn this light off. That should be 3. Alright, so I need 1 more. So yeah, 5 soybeans and 1 potato technically is what I need for 1 thing of French fries. So I'm gonna have to increase our soybeans quite a bit here. One thing I need to do is I can start working on this now. Actually, no, this can stay like this. That's gonna go like that. That can go like this, and then we can throw that right there. Okay, and then I need a room sensor and a gas sensor in here, so I'm gonna have to go and make a couple sensors, and then this I'm gonna put down here, but I already have one. So let's do this. There we are, and then I should be able to dismantle that. Heck yeah. Yeah, I just like the way that looks a lot better. Looks more compact and more confusing, which apparently I like more. Alright, so all of this is thriving towards seeding. So once that's seeded, then I will harvest those. And then we'll be able to make French fries. Oh, this is exciting. Also, I have mushrooms, which I think the mushrooms I'm going to place over here in the very corner back here in the darkness. Let's grab our laptop. Alright, so then we're just going to do edit, clear, confirm. I do need a couple more sensors. Oops. There we go. So I need 2 sensors. There's 1. So I need a room sensor and then an occupancy sensor and then just a normal gas sensor is what I need. There we go. Alright, let's head out. And of course... There we go. That works perfectly like that. Sweet. Yeah, so then let's do this. Let's do gas sensor D0, room sensor D1, and then daylight sensor D2. I think that's all I really need. Let's see, pressure's fine. Temperature, oops, nope. Lowercase. There we go. Alright, so temperature, and then we need to activate R1. R2. Alright, and then we will have the wall coolers, so wall coolers define lights. Okay. So the wall cooler, we will do this. And then the lights, I just need round lights because since that's what I have in here, we'll do these guys. Okay. Lights start, so load solar angle, daylight sensor, activate. And then we're going to do lights, activate, activate. There we go. And then jump to, let's just do this right now. Gosh dang it. Let's just make sure that this is working. Alright, so we have gas sensor, room sensor, daylight sensor. Line 11. What do you mean line 11? Oh. Really? Solar angle, daylight sensor, activate. Okay. Lights. Wow, never mind. Always forget. Of course it's not working. Device hash lights on. Activate. Activate. That's how I have all the other ones. Why is that not working? Oh my god, I'm dumb. It's not solar angle. It's not the daylight sensor. It's the room sensor. Gosh dang it. I was thinking grow lights the entire time I was doing that. There we go. Alright, let's turn you on. You're thriving towards seating. Okay, and then I need to do the grow lights here too. So let's do daylight sensors already there. Grow light. Alright, so hash. And then we will do this. Okay, so let's do grow lights start. So this is going to be, okay. Then I need to actually load. So load solar angle daylight sensor. Yeah, I was thinking of the grow lights in this section here. That's funny. So if it's greater than 90, then let's see if it's greater than 90. Because right now the solar angle is 5, so I think if it's less than 90. Yeah, so if it's greater than 90, grow lights off. If the solar angle is less than 90, then lights on. Jump to lights start. There we go. Okay. Grow lights on, grow lights off. So all right, perfect. And then I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Sweet. Okay. So then we will do this. You place that in there, export you. And that automatically turned on. Fantastic. Alright, so that's enough coding for right now. We'll just place that over there. Everything's thriving towards seating, so that's great. Sweet. And then I'm going to do temperature control as well. I'm just not going to do that right at this particular moment. I do need to make some more hydroponic trays for us. So for hydroponics trays, I need 10. Let's do... Oh, I grabbed copper. I meant to grab the iron. There we go. And then I think what I want to start doing is thinking about expanding our base. I might actually get rid of these walls here. I haven't really used them at all, and there's not really a need for me to use them. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Bam. Sweet, now I can have even more plants. Speaking of plants, let's go and see how much money we have. Since it's Halloween coming up here in 2 days, let's see if we can't start growing some pumpkins. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. Oh god. Just launched myself into a satellite dish. Oh god, that's expensive. What can I sell you? There's not really a good way for me to get money right now, is there? Crap. Okay, so let me see here. If I were to do this... Yeah, I'd still be a little bit short. Man, I wanted a pumpkin. Okay. Astro Aether. Darn, I should have been selling stuff. So, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a little bit more money so I can get a pumpkin. Because I can make all this and sell it, and I'm still like $14 short, or credits. I might have to have them depart. Then I might have to find another trader that sells seeds so I can get some pumpkins. That grow light's still on. Let's go figure out what I did wrong. Yeah, I did something wrong here. Let's try to figure it out. Alright, so if it's greater than 90, grow light off. It is greater than 90. Wait, why are you on? Okay. If the solar angle is greater than 90, grow light off. Oh, I'm dumb, that's why. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Gosh dang it. Okay, now it's programmed correctly. So then I think what I'm going to do now is... let's start moving some of this stuff. So this... technically I'll just place it like right here. So we'll do normal storage here, a frame here, and a locker here. So we have one of each. Perfect. Nice. And then hardline backpack there, and then my suit will go right there. I could hook it up to power so it charges my batteries, but I have the wireless charger, so I'm not too worried about it. And then this I can place somewhere else for the time being. One thing I could do, is kind of a fun way to do power, is because I have unlimited coal at our other outposts, I could hook up a bunch of solid fuel generators and have like power lines taking our power to the different outposts. That'd be kind of a fun little challenge, actually. Okay, so then right here I'm going to do another airlock with some frames. And then I'm going to place another thing of batteries up on top here for more power storage. Yeah, so let's do this. Or we have... yeah, we have a double window right here. Aww. Gosh dang it. And then we do... yeah, we have a double window here too. Alright, and then let's grab this. Ooh, look at all that piping right there too. That's fantastic. Alright, and then I have a bunch of cable. Sweet.
Hunger caution.
Ooh. Hunger is cautioned, but I don't have any soybeans. I mean, I do, but I... ooh. Now I don't feel bad. Alright, so we're gonna split this. We're gonna put one in here. And then I need to put this in our fridge. Which the fridge I need to move over here, actually.
Hydration critical.
Okay, let me take care of that really quick. Hey, good morning. Alright, and we have soy oil. So we should have 5 here. So now what I need to do is let's do this. Alright, now for fries. Alright, it all goes in the microwave. Alright, so let's put a singular potato in there. Yeah, we're gonna have to move the fridge. Because that's a lot of walking back and forth. Oh, look what we got. We have French fries. So this should be like a superfood almost in terms of like hydration capacity. So essentially, it's for me eating this, it'll fill me up faster. Also, it'll allow me to drink a lot more water, so my hydration doesn't go down nearly as fast. So we're at 100%. We're at 50. Yeah, so that was that. And then I should be able to drink even more water. Oh, yeah, look at that water go up. 107. Max out hydration by drinking at max food quality. We just got that achievement. So, heck yeah. That makes me happy. Okay, so now that we did all of that, let's actually do this. I'm gonna build some frames here, make an airlock right here so we can kind of separate each of these areas. Oops, there we go. So I need steel frames, and then once this one's done, then I can kind of get everything out of these areas here, and then I can keep expanding our base. Ooh, I need to keep growing soybeans, don't I? Alright, so our soybeans should be thriving. I'm not going to worry about our potatoes. I do need to bring our fridge in here, though. Which the fridge I can probably put right here, actually. So let's see. Actually, I can't because of where I have that. I guess the fridge... Yeah, it might have to go in here somewhere. I mean, I guess I could put it like over here or something too, so that's no big deal. But yeah, let's put the fridge in here. Let's actually before I do that, we're gonna wire it up first so that I can just place it in here. So let's see. Maybe we'll do the fridge. Could just do it right here even. Yeah, we'll do the fridge right there. Alright, let's go grab it. While I'm doing that, let's actually do this. Iron frame. Oh, I already have a bunch of steel frames. I have a bunch of flat walls and stuff too. Yeah, I have frames for days. Okay. Yeah, so then our frames, I'm thinking of something like... Not the middle one. Gosh dang it. That's going to be our airlock. There we go. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Titan or Osiris. I think Titan would be kind of a fun one. Okay, so that'll look good there. I need to actually get rid of this light here. And then I'm out to separate these. So essentially what I can do... I don't think that is... I might need to grab some plastic. Do we have plastic? We do have plastic. Okay, good. Because I don't trust that that wall is secure. So let me see here really quick. Oh, I'm glad I didn't do that. Okay, now we're all Now we're good. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't actually do that. While I'm out here, let's grab this random plastic sheet that somehow went through the wall. A Vulcan Europa wannabe, no ices. That'd be interesting. Okay, gosh dang it. While I was out there, I should have... I never think to do this. There we are. So this one's going to be a little bit more interesting. We're going to have to do something like this. Yeah, we'll have to do something like that. Alright, so everything out there stopped working. That's fine. I can fix that. So we're going to do something like this. Oh, crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that is too far. I need to push that out one, don't I? I do. Yeah, so I didn't actually do this right. That's hilarious. So I need to actually push this out one in order to successfully, Okay, well that makes sense why I have less room. Well, then there's no point actually doing any of this right now. So, okay. I have even more work to do now. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I thought this area seemed a little small. Yeah, I'm gonna have to push this airlock out. Which I have enough frames and stuff to actually do it, so... And the dang airlock chip won't detect liquids in the air. Oh, it won't? That's not good. Alright, so we're gonna have to do something like this. Let's merge you. And then we're gonna have to do something like this. Oops, let's grab. Okay, that's fine. There we are, okay. Yeah, that looks better. That's how that's supposed to be. Before I do that, let's grab you and you. Alright, now let's weld this up. On second thought, we're going to do something before I start welding all that up, because I'm going to need all the pipe. Because we're going to have an airlock right here, and then we're going to have an airlock on the other side, like this. There we go. So that's the piping. So piping done. And then I do need to grab... Alright, we're going to do this temporarily. And then this will go up like that. Okay. And then I also need another one right here to go all the way up for the airlock. Oh, do I have enough? Oh, I do. We'll just do something like that for right now. Sweet. Okay, that should be all I need, at least for right now in these frames. Okay. So then essentially what I can do here is I can just enlarge this airlock. I can just start moving all of this over here. Then I need a hand drill. And then a wrench. There we go. I do not have any more cables, so that's a bit of an issue. Okay, actually, you know what I can do? Is I have a bunch of cable right here that I can... Yeah, we'll just use all of this cable for right now, and I'll just have to replace it. That'll work. Okay, I don't know if that's going to be enough or not, but... There we go. Alright, let's start dismantling all of this. Yeah, I'm just enlarging the airlock really quick so then I can move what I can over here, cycle the airlock, then I'll push all of this back. There we go. Sweet. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's right. Nope, it's not right. Okay. Okay, so yeah, the battery has to be right there then. Okay. Sweet. So then I guess what I can try to do is let's get rid of this. I can get rid of all of this cable here. And then I do need to actually... Well, actually, there's no atmosphere right here, so I should be fine. Alright, so all of this, let's put in here for right now. Yeah, I would say pick Titan. I mean, I would obviously do both, but I think Titan would be pretty fun. It might be slightly easier, maybe. I don't know. I just like the sound of Titan more, I think. Okay, sweet. So now we should be able to open this. And then I should be able to start dismantling all of this. There we go. Alright, I need you. Take the chip out, we'll just place you right there. And then, yeah, let's reset this. That's hilarious how you can just do that. I do need to actually do this. Hey, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so now I can... Let's turn my light on so I can at least see, but now I can dismantle this door and push this door back. There we are. Heck yeah, look at that. And then I think we're good on all sides. Yep, we're good on that side. We're good on the other side, so we should be fine. Sweet, so I should be able to dismantle all of this and we'll be good. Heck yeah, okay. And we are perfectly good here. Yeah, that looks better. That's how that's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a little bit longer like that. Okay. And then let's properly do this airlock here really quick while I'm thinking about it. We'll just do those two. So then exterior door. Oh, oops. You're not exterior. You're exterior. You're interior. Exterior. That one's right. Interior gas sensor. Sweet. Alright, so that's hooked up. It's hooked up on the outside, so we should be good to do everything I need. Alright. And then I have so much cable here. There we are. Okay. Let's grab you. Place you there. I think I'm finally playing catch up with the amount of transformers I've made. Because we have a transformer here, which is going to go on this wall once I finish it. That one's good. And then I believe I have one more thing of transformers. I do. So I can make another medium transformer. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's grab you, and we're going to do this, because I need to hook all this up to power. Do something like that. There we go. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it right now since I'm going to have another housing and stuff. So, yeah, let's make another housing and integrated circuit chip. So let's do housing, and then we'll do that. Alright, perfect. Let's turn the light off since I don't really need it anymore. And then I need some active vents, some wall coolers, a couple of wall heaters. I don't really plan on using the wall heaters at all because our base does kind of naturally heat up, so I'm just making them just in case. Alright, I already have one active vent right here, so I need another active vent, so iron, gold, and copper. So we'll make one more of you. Gosh dang it. We'll make a couple wall coolers. We'll make a couple wall heaters. There we go. Alright, let's go place these while I'm thinking about it. And then waste and non-waste. So the outward and inward. Cooler, cooler, And then I need a couple of the wall heaters. Like I said, I don't really plan on using the wall heaters too much, unless somehow I like rapidly cool my base to the point where I need to have the wall heaters turned on. It's just nice to have as a backup just in case. Alright, let's do this. And then I think what we're going to do is, because I need to hook up our power here, we're just going to do this. And then I can actually hook it across this side here too. But I should... Nope, that's already set. Alright, and then that's just gonna do this whole section here. So then I'm ready to actually dismantle this. Sweet, heck yeah. I do need some more heavy cable. Gold, copper, okay, well let's do this. We're just gonna make a bunch of heavy cable and hopefully we don't forget about it, but if we do forget, we're gonna have so many stacks. Perfect. I love this setup. I love the way that looks. Let's see, we have a bunch of flooring everywhere too. So then this is basically done. Let's close these sections off here. Close you off. And then this top part, we can place... No, that's normal wall. I need the flat wall. There we go. Let's do that. Let's go into next button. It starts you off with the DM vision when power super. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that they increased the solar power, but yeah, wind power, if you do it correctly, is amazing. Okay, let's do this, that, and perfect. So I'm not going to put anything on the top quite yet because I want to extend our power lines over here so then I can put lights on this side too. Gosh dang, 2 hours is up already. Time flies. Let's see how many cables we have. 26. It's actually quite a bit. Yeah, I'm going to do this to kind of conserve some cable here too. We're just going to do... I don't really need to hook this up to data. We'll just do that. There we go. Okay. Hey, we've got lights. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. Sweet. Okay, well, I think I'm going to call the episode here. We did quite a bit this episode, actually. The main thing is we finally got our lifelong goal of French fries, which the higher quality food means that I can drink water not quite as often. And it goes all the way up to 175%, which is freaking fantastic. So our water levels increased quite a bit just from eating fries instead of traditional potatoes. Potatoes were good, but yeah. Wait, does not have the correct atmospheric composition. That's not good. Oh, there's no CO2, that's why. Yeah, CO2 is going to be a bit of an issue. Yeah, I'm going to have to try to find a better source of CO2. I'm going to try to figure that out in between episodes. Essentially, one thing I can do is if I have oxide and volatiles, I can just burn it to get CO2 that way. I could filter out some CO2 from our waste tank from this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a good way to get CO2. Worst case, I can always trade for it, but I kind of want to be self-sufficient more than anything else. Granted, I'm probably gonna have to trade for it at some point. If I can figure out kind of a good way to, like I said, just burn volatiles and oxide and get CO2 that way, that's probably gonna be the better option. But yeah, so that's one thing I'm gonna work on next episode is figure out a more permanent solution for CO2. I can always plant mushrooms as well, so that's another option which I plan on doing. I just don't know if we're going to have enough mushrooms to actually make a significant difference in our base. But that is one option. I do want to do mushrooms to get a good supply of CO2. Like I said, I can always burn volatiles and oxide for CO2 production. I will figure it out. I do need to start making some more grow lights too. I kind of like this idea of having kind of walls in between here. Granted, I think what I'm going to do is delete the wall so then they're just kind of hovering like that, but then that will allow me to get a lot more plants and stuff in here too. You want CO2? Go up. Oh, like, what, like, oh no, you mean like launch a rocket. I plan on launching a rocket. I'm gonna expand our base a little bit more this way, build a hangar for our traders, and then I'm gonna turn this into an actual launch pad. And then I can get CO2 ices and all sorts of other gases and minerals from space instead of traders. Granted, traders are not terrible, but yeah, my biggest goal that I achieved was French fries, and we also made a couple more large batteries too. So we have been able to survive all night without having any sort of power loss. So that's been fantastic. I've been generating enough power, just wasn't storing enough in the last episode, but that's fixed. Um, so yeah, then I want to actually start completing these areas in here, figure out a good use for these, and then I do want to start working on a living quarters for myself where I can move the shower into so I can kind of clear this section out as well. But yeah, that's my goal for the next episode, or the next couple of episodes actually. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. The moon doesn't have a whole lot of gravity, so you should be able to launch a rocket off of it with relative ease. So yeah, I do want to launch the rocket here pretty soon. So I might actually start working on that within the next few episodes. Once I get the hangar at least positioned where I want to, I can move the landing pad. I don't have to necessarily build the hangar right a ways, but then I can convert this area over here to a launch pad, which I think would be pretty sweet. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna call the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you all later.